Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rita Ndlovu. I hope you guys are well. So I recently started reading this book, The Power of a Praying Parent by Stormy Omartian. Guys, it's so deep. This part really stood out to me where it says, I also learned that I should not try to force my own will on my child in prayer. This only leads to frustration and disappointment for all concerned. You know the kind of prayer I mean, because we are all prone to it. And this is so accurate, guys. Like sometimes we'll be praying for our kids and praying against delay and praying against stagnation and that kind of thing. Not knowing that we are the ones stagnating. We are the ones delaying our children's lives purely because we are not recognizing or we aren't aware of the giftings that God has given our kids. And we're not praying and seeking God for, okay, what's your will for my child's life, as opposed to, okay, this is what I see my child doing. This is the kind of life I want them to have, regardless of whether that's God's will for their life. So this book is deep. It's deep. It ties into the whole trusting God with your kids, with their future and their life thing. Guys, let's talk about school. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rita Ndlovu. Welcome if this is your first time here. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. It's always good to have you guys. Let's talk about school, guys. So, Wendy started school this year, as I shared in my previous video. Go and check that out if you haven't watched it. He started school today, and this is this year. And this is like his first traditional school or like formal schooling ever. Last year in the third term, or like for like two months, he did like a preparing for big school type of course where the school like prepares you for big school, like it teaches you like the essential things that you'd need to learn or to know to like thrive in big school or to like be ready for big school. It's more like geared to primary school assessments, like to pass the assessment, and I guess to prepare them for big school, like certain life skills and that kind of thing, which was good for him because he really developed in like his handwriting or drawing skills. Homeboy couldn't write before he went there. So if you want more details about that school, if you have a little one who's going to be going to big school soon and you just want them to, you just want to check if they'll be prepared, I'll include the details to that school in the comment section down below or in the description box. So yeah, so Wendy started school this year and it's been an adjustment for like everyone. For him, for me, for Zoe, for Isaac, it's been an adjustment for all of us. And I'm realizing like as we go on through the school year, like I'm just coming to certain realizations, and as I'm adjusting to like not having him home on a more like regular, like stricter basis, because like I'm saying, the school that he was in last year was more geared towards preparing them for big school, and it was more flexible in the sense that if I decided that he's not going to school, it wouldn't be like a big deal for no reason, or I just want him to be home, then I could do that, but with like a formal schooling, you can't just keep Moto home. You know what I mean? Like the school find or follow up, okay, why wasn't he at school or whatever, and I guess they need the attendance to be at a certain point. Like you can only keep them home if they're sick, or if maybe you've gone on holiday and you pre-arranged with the school that, okay, we'll be going on holiday on such a date. So it was a huge adjustment for me. It was a huge adjustment for Wendy because like I'm saying, the preparing for big school he went to was like about 6 people in his class, right? Whereas his new school, there were about like 15 or 20 people in his class, so it was a huge adjustment for him in terms of like the playground or play area, in terms of adjusting to like so many people, And for me, like, another thing I realized about him is all along I thought he was like an extrovert. But homeboy seems like he's an introvert, like, or he's more like reserved than I thought he was. I just realized that he was only very outspoken and you know, kind of extroverted, like a people's person, because everywhere we went or the people that we interacted, he already knew. So yeah, it was a big adjustment. And for me, like, it was a thing of coming to the realization that, okay, God, do I actually trust you? Like, because I could no longer have control of his environment, you know? So that was a big thing. Like, I could no longer create a conducive environment for him, like 100%, where I have control of the people that he interacts with or comes into contact with, or I have 100% control of who he's influenced by, and that kind of stuff. And like, it made me come to the realization that, okay, you're God, like, actually, I don't trust you 100% with Wendy's life. You know, we can say one thing, but then our actions reflect something else. So I just came to that realization, like, okay, God, I thought I was in control, when in actual fact, we're never in control. We think that we are, but God is in control. So I just had to ask myself certain questions, you know, like, do I trust you? Do I trust that no harm shall befall him? Do I trust that you'll command your angels concerning him, you know? Yeah, and like, guys, my prayer life has just gone to like other levels now. Like, I've never prayed as much as I pray now for my kids, and just in general, like, my prayer life has just, what can I say, catapulted this year. And I think first, like, initially it was from a place of fear, you know, praying in response to fear, or in response to, okay, so that this doesn't happen, I need to pray. But now it's like I'm praying from a place of authority, right? I'm praying from a place of power and understanding the power that I have in the Spirit and as a child of God through Jesus Christ, you know, and through the Holy Spirit. And praying knowing that my prayers are active and they're working and that they are powerful, you know. And I think also having authority as the mother of my children, I have a lot of authority over their lives because God has entrusted them to me. So yeah, I just came to that realization that, God, I have to trust you. You know, you're the only one who can protect my kids. You're the only one who can keep them safe. And I have to trust and believe that you are good, you know, and you have good plans for us to prosper us. And yeah, just trust that he's always in control, you know, and trust that because my children are the seed of the righteous, you know, that the things that happen in this world that are just evil will not befall them. Like, that's my belief, that's my conviction. So yeah, I just yeah, guys, we have to trust God and relinquish that control, because sometimes I'm like, okay, did we make the right decision, even though we were prayerful about it and we put him in school by faith and felt like it was the right decision? Those thoughts still come where it's like, did I make the right decision? Should I have just kept him home and like homeschooled him? No. You know, but it was all stemming from a place of fear, you know, fear of, will he adjust? Fear of what if something happens to him when I'm not there? Or just from a place of fear, you know, and wanting to control his environment because I felt like I'm the best person who can protect him or whatever, you know. But yeah, now I'm just at a place where I'm like, God, I surrender him to you. You can take the best care of him. Even if he's in my care and under my watch, certain things can happen. You know what I mean? I'm not in power. I'm not in control. You are. So yeah, I just wanted to encourage moms, if your kids are in school for the first time and you are fearful, I just want to remind you that we have not been given a spirit of fear as believers, but of love, power, and a sound mind. You know, that verse is just so powerful, like a sound mind. Sometimes fear can make us very irrational in our thinking, and you don't have a sound mind and you start to imagine certain scenarios or whatever that are just irrational, you know. and just power in our words, power in prayer, power, speaking over our kids, that kind of stuff, and just love. Like, he's given us a spirit of love, to know that we can trust him, to know that he loves us and we can love others as well. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you of that, and just to draw nearer to God in your prayer life, to pray from a place of power. Pray from a place of power. As a parent, even with that book that I spoke about earlier on, I highly recommend it, guys. I haven't even gotten to the end, but I highly recommend it because the chapters are short and every single chapter includes a prayer. So it teaches you how to pray certain things over your kids, which I really like. And it's also like fueled my prayer life a lot. So I really recommend that, and just, take heart it as well. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And may this be an exciting season. Pray even for friends, guys. Like, that's something that I'm praying for Wandile, that God would just give him discernment and give him good friends, or the right friends that will draw him closer to God and not influence him in a negative way, and that he would be a good influence, over his classmates, and just that he would be the head and not the tail, that kind of stuff. Just be that kid, that kid. So I hope this video was enjoyable. If it was, go ahead and give it a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.